The Minnesota Vikings are 2-0. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Vikings Now by Chat Sports. My name is Patrick Siepman, and coming up on today's show, it's our post-game reaction to the massive victory where the Vikings shocked the world and got a big-time win versus San Francisco 49ers, 23-17. I will say I had a heart attack in the fourth quarter of this game. Aaron Jones, score is 20-7, takes a halfback screen all the way down to the 1-yard line, and Fred Warner, who had a hell of a day, just peanut Tillman punched the football out, and it started to get a little dicey for the Vikes. But overall, it was a hell of a performance. And if I had to give 2 game balls off the rip, I'm giving one to Kevin O'Connell, and I'm giving one to Brian Flores. I thought they were both fantastic today. We do have injury news for you guys. Justin Jefferson did leave midway. I think it was at the end of the third quarter. He went down with a quad injury. Justin Jefferson went down with a quad injury, did not return. Once we have an update around him, we'll get you guys a video ASAP. So also make sure you hit that sub button. But if I had to give 2 game balls, one goes to Brian Flores, one goes to Kevin O'Connell. I thought they were fantastic today. But, we can start off with number 18. I mean, the 97-yard touchdown in the first half was electric. The Vikings were pinned back into their own territory. They go handoff on the first play of the drive. Ty Chandler fights forward for about 3 yards. And then Sam Darnold, play action. It's protected nice. Steps up in the pocket. Just unleashes a football. Threw it about 60 yards in the air. And Jefferson made the rest happen. He caught it over 2 Niners defenders, turned it back upfield, found the end zone, 97-yard touchdown. It was awesome. And I said this in the preview. I said the Vikings going to have to make one of those plays where it is a 90-plus yard touchdown. It's a pick six. It's a strip sack. One of those plays needed to happen for this offense, and they got that with Justin Jefferson. But I want to give a massive shout-out to this man right here. On the last scoring drive of the game for the Vikings, the score was 20-14. Sam Darnold with no Justin Jefferson, no Jordan Addison, no TJ Hawkinson, completed 3 massive 3rd and longs. And the seed he threw to Jalen Nailor up the seam was awesome. The out route to Brandon Powell, staying in there, standing in the pocket, it was fantastic. This was the best performance I have seen in his NFL career. Obviously, I wasn't too tapped into when he was with the Jets to when he was with the Panthers, but he has looked great in his first 2 starts for the Minnesota Vikings. Today, the numbers ended up 17-26, 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. But I promise you, after we, get out of the studios today, I'm going to go back and I'm going to watch that last scoring drive for the Vikings where Sam Darnold was awesome. He didn't have his top 3 weapons. Even Aaron Jones left that drive as well. So your top 4 weapons. And you got it done with Brandon Powell, Jalen Nailor, Tristan Jackson, Trent Sherfield. They got it done. But if you guys are hyped about this victory, hit that thumbs up icon, like today's video. I'm going to put the goal on today's show as 500 likes. If you're excited about the Vikings beating the Niners, hit that thumbs up icon, and we would really appreciate it. Just helps us get this video out to more and more Vikings fans. But, more on the Vikings defense here. I thought they did a great job today, and, specifically Brian Flores. I just felt like he had Purdy, confused for most of the game, and I will say Purdy made a couple of awesome throws. Him sliding up in the pocket, he made a couple plays where he had pressure in his face, and it was a 3rd and long, and he had a receiver, running a deep crossing route with the defender all over him, and Purdy made a nice throw. But he also had throws where it would just led to a turnover, led to an interception. And, I think with a guy like Purdy, he has everything set up for him to be successful. Like, you got the elite offensive mind in Shanahan. You had a run game today. Jordan Mason, 20 carries, 100 yards. Debo also over the middle of the field countless times. He looked great. And I do want to call one guy out, Brandon Ayuk. He's talking smack to a bunch of Vikings players during the middle of the fourth quarter when they were down. This dude was terrible today. He just didn't. It wasn't as explosive as you would have hoped for a man who's making $30 million a year. But overall, I thought Flores, he kept Purdy confused. They brought a lot of pressure in the first quarter. I feel like they reeled it back for quarters 2 and 3, and then they got it back going again in the fourth quarter. So, both those guys look great. And also, another shout out to Ty Chandler. I think he had 12 carries, 80 yards today. He was fantastic. But here's how the Niners' offensive stats ended up turning out today. Total offense, only 280 yards, which is great. Brock Purdy as well, 176 yards. through the air, and then they were able to contain the Niners rushing attack just a little bit. But, the time of possession was definitely in favor for the 49ers today. Obviously the Vikings, when you have a 97-yard touchdown drive on just 2 plays, you're not going to have the most time of possession there, but I still thought it was a good performance overall by the defense. We'll talk about the defense. We'll talk about Justin Jefferson here in a second. But first off, got to tell you guys about today's sponsor, and that is PrizePicks. If you guys download the PrizePicks app, use promo code CLNS. We'll match your we will get you guys $50 instantly when you play just $5. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Now, they do have a deal going on right now. If you guys want to take advantage of it, 1 Caleb Williams passing yard gets you 1 win on PrizePicks every week in September. So get your picks in before Sunday Night Football, and you guys will get 1 free W. So don't miss out on this deal on PrizePicks because it's gone once September ends. So download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks to get $50 instantly when you play just $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. PrizePicks, run your game. Want to shout out a couple players on defense here. Blake Cashman, ridiculous stat line today. 13 tackles, 1 sack, 1 TFL, 3 PBUs, 1 QB hit. He also led to one of the interceptions. Brock Purdy tried to take a check down, the huge check. He dove across the field, popped it up. Metellus popped it up. Bynum popped it up, and it landed in the hands of Metellus. That was great. Also, another shout out. Andrew Van Ginkel, another incredible game. He should have had another interception twice on a screen. I will say, Roley said it during the show today. I guarantee you teams are going to stop throwing screens to Van Ginkel's side because it's just a dangerous play. He can sniff them out at the highest level in the league. And today, 4 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, had a sack, 1 PBU, 1 quarterback hit. Also, another massive shout out. Patrick Jones, 4 sacks on the season so far. 2 today, had 2 TFLs as well, and he also had 2 quarterback hits. He was awesome. But overall, this Vikings defense, they brought it today, and he really did lock up a very, very good Niners offense. I understand they didn't have McCaffrey, but Jordan Mason still ran 20 carries, 100 yards. They were still able to run the ball pretty consistently. And Deebo Samuel, he had another big game. 8 receptions, 110 yards. George Kittle had 76 yards. Found the end zone. Brandon Ayuk was pretty quiet, only 4 receptions, 43 yards, but the Niners were still fully healthy here today, and the Vikings, you just had a massive win without Jefferson in the fourth quarter, no Addison the whole game, no TJ Hawkinson. This is just one of the better wins under Kevin O'Connell that I can remember. And now you look forward to next week. You got Case Keenum, Stephon Diggs, Danielle Hunter, all making the return to US Bank Stadium. I cannot wait. But overall, this was a great performance. Ty Chandler, shout out to him, man. 10 carries, 82 yards. I'm not going to freak out about the Aaron Jones fumble. I thought that was just a hell of a play by Fred Warner. Niners are a great football team. Fred Warner is honestly one of the better players in the National Football League. I think he's top 10 in the entire league, and that's saying something for playing the middle linebacker position. But I thought he was great. Offense looked good. It was just a great team win, and I cannot wait to go watch the Kevin O'Connell locker room speech after this. So, hey, if you guys made it to the end of today's show, I appreciate you. Give me a SKOL down below in the comments section if you guys watch this entire thing. But the Vikings are 2-0. The Vikings are 2-0. If you guys made it to the end, give me a SKOL down below in the comments section. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys next time. SKOL Vikes.